On today's episode of Watch Chair Go, we are back on my Copart Kia. And look, it looks like it's finished, but it's not finished. When you open the door, there's really not much interior in there. No center console, no seat belt, none of that trim. We're gonna put it all back today. What is going on, guys? I am Watch Chair Go, and I'm here with my Kia from Copart Side Impact Collision. As you can see, pillars pulled back out, doors are lining up great. One thing I gotta fix is this needs pulled back down. It's kind of a little more bent than you guys thought. The window frames get bent all the time for people that don't know how to break into a car properly, don't have like an airbag or overinflate the airbag and stuff like that. This one literally did get damaged in shipping. There's a little bitty crack right there. So, they claim that with UPS they're gonna fix that problem, but we're gonna fix this door. There's no reason to replace it over such a little thing. We're gonna put a little tack weld in there and get it bent back into place. It'll be right. And we're getting factory paint to fix where all this was body worked. And now it's nice and smooth, it looks great, and it's coated with wax to make sure it won't rust. Over here, we've got parts that need to go back on. Center console can all go back together because we've got an airbag module. So let's go get our box from My Airbags. They did turn that thing around pretty quickly. And all those parts were back in Kansas one day sooner than we inspected for only 200 bucks out the door. So let's go open up their box and get ready to start putting back seat belts, airbag module, trim this thing back out, and all that will be left is paint and bending the frame back. And this thing's done, off to inspection. And you know what? We might just go get it inspected today because it's no longer crashed. It is technically repaired other than the paint, and there's no reason we can't pass the salvage inspection. Okay, we have here our very dangerous explosive box. This had to be shipped FedEx ground hazmat. I asked if they could overnight, and they were like, hazmat can't be overnighted. I'm sure it can if it's like custom critical, but that's definitely not something people are gonna pay for. So, get this box open here. This is an airbag box, which is pretty cool. It's double walled all the way through. There we go. One seat belt all wrapped up, and one crash data deleted airbag module. This is the part I can't wait to get back in there because once the center console's in, it's easy to drive the car. Oh hey, for everybody that's been complaining about the dead pixels on that camera lasted me like 2.5 years, 3 years. It's a really cheap camera, $300 Sony Action Cam FDR X3000. I have two of them. So that one fell off a tripod and was pretty damaged, and I saw all the dead pixels. There were like 20 dead pixels, and it was starting to hurt me. So I switched cameras. Hopefully this one's better. Let me know in the comments if you can tell the difference, if there's less distortion. I honestly think there is. This one's kind of a newer camera. I also noticed it's really hard to see what we're doing inside this black car because it's really hard to light the thing. I'm gonna roll down all the windows and we're gonna shove a whole bunch of lights in here. Hopefully you can see what I'm working on this time. Pretty crazy going from this car I drove home with no windows at all and just plastic in there to a car that I can do this in. Every single window works and all the power stuff works. The big difference from a couple weeks ago when it came home.
Super Bowl.
First things first, this seat needs to leave. It's in the way of everything. So, get our bolts out. I only have 2 bolts in it right now because it was very temporary, and we'll pull that thing back out, get the center console started. Seat is out of the way. Now I can move everything out of here and do a quick clean, vacuum everything down, make sure it's no more glass. I think we've got it all, but oh, look at that. There's a piece right there. Yeah, so I'm gonna get all the rest with a final vacuum before the seats go back in, and I can start putting the airbag module back where it belongs, right up there in the front. Hopefully this is easier this time, but I have a feeling it won't be. Don't be afraid to get in there with this guy. That is the solution. You get it lined up with the bolts that are welded to the body there and push it in. Goes right in. Okay, now, this time we are gonna disconnect the battery, so time to open the hood up, get the battery unhooked, and then I'll plug in the airbag module, and then we'll put that guy back in. Man, Kia makes life easy. A 10 right there. Luckily I labeled the bolts for this guy, making this super easy. This one is the one that goes through this ground strap right there. So that's on the front, and the 2 nuts go on the back, and the connectors, cam locks, super, super easy, like we mentioned in the last video. There goes 1, no explosions. And number 2, no explosions. Crank this guy down with the 10. Airbag module is in, all wrapped up. Take a look at this. Now we get to unwrap these seat belts here. So, somehow, yeah, that's how you do it. Just pull until it comes apart. Boom. Well, now I'm just trying to figure out how I took this apart, but I think I've got it pretty much figured out here. There's a little tab on the bottom, and this bolt goes right there. So all we gotta do is put all these bolts back in and lift the carpet up, slide that pretensioner back in, and once all of that's done, I'll remount the actual seatbelt retractor right there. There's the power for the pretensioner, hooked back up. Yeah, it drops down in there, about like that. And I'll get the bolt in, and then I can put the carpet back around it. This appears to be the other bolt for the upper adjustment. Sure looks like it fits. Time to go get the impact, run those guys down. I probably should have taken a few more pictures, but I think red goes right there. Makes sense because of that SRS sensor right there with the red. And this one just kind of positions the seatbelt retractor. Down there we've got a huge bolt that I gotta dig up. And then it came with a note saying, do not remove this clip until the seatbelt has been installed in the vehicle. That's it, time to hook up the last connector. Here we go. Airbags reinstalled, and now we can do that. I don't know if this was really that big of a deal, but seatbelts retract. Sweet. All that's left now is putting all this trim back on. Of course, I forgot to put the seatbelt back through this trim. Anyway, this goes on there like that, and you have to slide the airbag pretensioner there down through this hole, just like that. And keep turning it, slide the seatbelt through, get your trim ready to go back on. Don't forget to put the plastic trim back on before putting the seatbelt in the car. Trim, obviously the pillar trim, it just all snaps into shape. No big deal at all. I did lift the seals up to make my life easy. Just pull on those until they come up and push them all back into place now that it's all snapped in. Time for all the auxiliary stuff. I think I can close this and probably slide it down into there the easiest. Don't forget to plug in that connector right there. If you reach back underneath the accessory tray there and wiggle the wires, it should drop right into place. And it seems like that's all back where it needs to be. Next up, cup holders, like that. And make sure you plug in those connectors as well. You got 2 connectors right there. You guys saw this all come apart. And very last, you can finally put this thing back, which makes your entire life much easier when it's time to drive the car. If she's back on, all you gotta do is kind of wad up the shift boot there, push it back down until it locks on, give it a good hit, and pull the boot back down, snap it in place. Look at that, we've got a shifter. We have most of a center console. All that's really left here is that side piece that slides on like that and finishes it all up. Center console's back together, got the little carpet in there, everything's in there. So I'd say that's just about the end. Don't forget to install little wings that really finish it off up front. Those go right there. And now it is time for the all-important last piece. I've got all the bolts laid out here. Everything else is wrapped up and in there. The seat for the final time. And this time I'll actually plug in the wires, put back the retainer for the wires and all that good stuff. So last install, we can turn the key, make sure the bags don't blow, get it on a scanner, and see what's up with it. Unfortunately, Jay sent me all new harnesses with this seat, but my harnesses are great, so I'm just gonna get rid of all that, plug in the old ones. There we go, here we go. Now we're moving. switch. We can put the battery back. Close the hood. And now, time to see if the bags are gonna do anything crazy. I don't think they are. I think we got this. Whoop, whoop, we have to stand over here.
Is that a car with no airbag light? Is that what that is?
Let's hook up the scanner and see if there's really no airbag light. Super excited. I think it's fixed. I should probably start it just to be sure it's in park. There's no lights, not a single light.
We have fixed the Kia.
It has a complete interior. Indoors. I'm still being a little bit cautious. Everything's on, but I'm just gonna sit out here for a second until we get an auto scan complete here. Diagnosis, auto scan all units. We'll give this thing a second. I'll come back to you guys and we'll see if there's anything in there. All right, we got all passes. Everything on this car is flawless except a history code for yaw rate sensor on CAN bus. I would assume it's pulling that from the SRS module. I'm gonna go drive it around, clear all the codes. Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and clear them right now. Quick erase. It is dumping that ABS code. Please work. Okay, okay. Now I'm gonna go drive it around and we'll just keep this thing with us. Let's look at some live data, see if any codes pop up. Here we go, first drive with seatbelts. No codes over there. And right here we have 35, 40 miles a gallon. Pretty wild. The range is 418 miles on not a lot of fuel. Who's ready to see how badly this driver's side door leaks before I get the rest of it fixed there? Nothing yet. Oh, it wasn't that bad. It was only like 5 drips. Can't be upset about that. I was expecting it to pour in there. I'm gonna go give this thing a quick final wipe down and wash. The first wash didn't get much dirt off, so I grabbed some microfibers. We're gonna get that done, and really didn't leak as much as I expected. So that is it for today, guys. This Kia is back on the road. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop.watchjrgo.com where you can get cool shirts like these, and please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will talk to you next time. Well, that looks about 1,000,000 times better. I gave it a quick wipe down at the car wash this time, and it came out so much better than it was a second ago. Auto car wash did not go nearly this well because it's touchless. It doesn't really do anything. Detailer's coming tomorrow. He's gonna really get this done, and then all that's left is to get the adhesive off the roof. It's making it look bad there. A little bit of paint down there in the sill, and hopefully away this car goes. I'll try to take you guys with for the inspection process, like I said, because it'd be very interesting to show you, I think. Different in every state though, so may or may not be applicable to you.